hope you're well. It's the 13th of December and I have just been doing, what have I been doing? I went to the gym this morning and I'm just pacing around the house, and I have been working on my procrastination course that I am updating, which is Get Out of Your Own Way, which is already a course, but I was rambling on forever yesterday about updating it, so I'm not going to go into that again, but I have been working on it again today, and just really, now that I've started to actually write out the lessons, like yesterday I was really just overviewing it and researching, so today I'm actually starting to really put everything, which is the more challenging part, because it's easy to have this big idea about what you would like to teach in a course, but to actually sit down and put the words on paper / my computer. And I also haven't 100% decided if I just am going to have it being written or if I'm going to create some videos or podcasts, like recordings, audio, but for now I'm just creating the content of what I would really teach, the order I would teach it, and just trying to be so concise to not try and feel the need to have this course be any longer than it needs to be. I want it to be as short and concise as it can possibly be to teach what I want to teach. So I've been working on that, and I just got a call. I was just been on the phone for about 20 minutes about salary packaging through work, just getting that organized to pay a little less tax, which is great. And that's basically it. I feel like I don't have much of an update today, and yeah, I also, before I started to outline the course or to really go into it again, I just was like, I'm just going to remind myself of what Brooke Castillo literally there is not a single one of these videos where I don't mention her name, I feel like. But anyway, I'm doing her online course, Self-Coaching Scholars, and within that she has a course on entrepreneurship and creating like a course or a program or a product, whatever. So I just went over that, which was about a 20-minute lesson, just to revise. Like, I really don't want to create this course in a vacuum and not be considerate of who it's for, how I'm going to sell it, who it's going to help, why it's going to help them, why they're willing to get the course. Like, if I just create it purely just without thinking about those things, I know that it's not going to be nearly as good. And I feel like that's what I did when I created my first course, in a sense, that I really, I wasn't specific enough with my target market, and I also just had so much negative self-talk about it, and imposter syndrome, which is the same thing as negative self-talk, and yeah, I don't have that this time, which is great, and I feel like I'm in a much better place to create. And I also just feel like it's much easier, because when you are really like have no compassion for yourself, and when you're just trying to beat yourself up into creating something really good, it is really stressful. But when you're just like strict but kind with yourself, if that makes sense, like I have, like, having more self-compassion now means that I know that I'm human, and I don't expect, like, when I make mistakes, I don't beat myself up for it. But that doesn't mean I'm not really strict with like striving for my goals and following through with my plans and having integrity with my plans and all of that kind of thing, which is what I'm also talking about in the course. But yeah, the process is much easier without all that mental shit going on. And I've been really focused until I got that call, and I was like, should I take the call? And then I was like, there's never going to be a good time to talk about salary packaging, so I will just do it now, because it's one of those like life admin things that you just never really want to do, and often they never become urgent. Like there's never really going to be a time where I'm like, oh my god, I need to do that today. So I was like, I'm just going to do it now. And I registered yesterday for them to call me. So I was like, I'm just going to answer the call. I'm not even going to wait and call back at a better time, because literally I'm never going to want to do it. So anyway, did that. So yeah, now I'm just starting to map out each lesson and write the lessons, and it's just been like so far quite enjoyable in a sense. It's challenging, and I really want to get up and leave my chair every 2 seconds and just walk around the house, get something to eat, get another cup of tea, go to the toilet. I haven't been looking on, I was going to say look on Instagram, but I haven't had, like, the last week. I've just had like, not no urge to ever do it, but I was just like, if I'm trying to become the kind of person that I want to be, like, she doesn't spend a million years looking at her shit on her phone. Like, that's not what she would do. So I'm just, I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, the desire to do that hasn't been nearly as strong as it has been before. So I haven't been looking on Instagram or social media as a distraction. It's more so like wanting to just get up and find an excuse not to be at my seat writing. But I find if I just sit there, think, I'm like, okay, I'll figure this out. And I've been really good with just letting myself write a draft, like not being like, this has to be amazing from the second I touch it. Just being like, I'm developing this course and this is one of the iterations. And I know that with writing, a lot of the time as well, that if I come back tomorrow, I will be like, oh yeah, I'll add that. So yeah, so that's what I've been doing. I'm not sure exactly how long it will take me to finish the course. All I'm really focused on doing is being as focused as possible when I'm working, and also to not be doing any busy work. So you could be like, I could be being really focused, but I'm editing something that was already good enough. That's still procrastinating in a sense. What I'm talking about is being focused on doing the work that actually matters. So there's always a fine line between busy work and the important stuff, but really catching myself if I'm over editing things or just getting hung up on minor details. And often we do that because if we spend our time on them, we can avoid the bigger important ones, and then we don't have enough time to do things properly. So if we fail, we have an excuse that we procrastinated. So if we'd studied harder, we would have done better, which is what I've been talking about in the course. But it's just so interesting as well. I think just being really curious and genuinely fascinated by what I'm teaching is really cool. So yeah, that's all from me today. I think quite a hot day, but I'm wearing this boohoo dress again. I was wearing it in the car the other day, but I couldn't really show it. Oh, I just remember this is YouTube, and that probably will be annoying, but it's like a long dress and it's lined down to here. And then the last bit isn't lined, but actually I have to wear another skirt under this dress when I wear it because the lining is pretty sheer and you can see everything. So that's it for now. I will see you tomorrow. Oh, the Christmas tree. Love Christmas. Okay, bye.